Hello everyone and welcome to some two-man queues with a sweet Pauper deck. This is the deck that I used at a local tournament that I actually won, even though I lost the last game against mono white weenies. That was specifically designed to take down this deck. I've actually split the one mana pile into three because it's a pretty large amount of 1-drops in this particular deck. So we will start off with the 2-drops. 2 Sparksmith that is excellent at killing stuff, and 2 Mogwar Marshals that has some great synergies with Mog Raiders, Sacrifice a Goblin, and so on. So we got 8 goblins that are capable of give me the ability to sacrifice goblins. That comes in handy way more often than you think, and it's also a good way to activate goblin arsonists or control how much damage the Sparksmith will deal. Then we got some cohorts and conscripts that can't attack unless you cast a creature spell this turn. So it's not quite Goblin Guide, but this deck contains so many creatures that it can almost always attack. Then we got some other sweet 1-drops in Mog Fanatic. Basically a removal spell at instant speed and that can't be countered. And the Goblin Arsonist that does the same job, at least when we have the Goblin Sledder in play. And some Goblin Bushwhackers to catch an uncareful opponent off guard and just getting tons of damage. We also have 1 Singleton Jackal Familiar, and I'm not sure about this one, but I'm trying it out. For removal we have 1 Chain Lightning, 4 Lightning Bolts, and 3 Death Spark. And I believe you're familiar with Chain Lightnings and Lightning Bolts, but the Death Sparks, however, it's possible you haven't seen it before. It deals 1 damage to something. Then at the beginning of my upkeep I can return it from the graveyard if I pay 1, but only if a creature card is directly above it. And as we have already concluded, we have a lot of ways to get creatures into the graveyard. So this is basically a 1 mana removal spell that can be buybacked for 1. Then we have 16 mountains and 1 teetering peaks. I don't like the peaks that much, and that's why I only have 1, because in the most games you don't want to draw more than at the very most 3 lands, and if one of them is teetering peaks it's okay, but if two is teetering peaks then it's a pretty bad tempo swing against us. So that's basically the main board. Attack them and kill them, and possibly burn them out if needed. So this is my sideboard. It's not quite optimal yet because I could only get my hands on 2 Pyroblast. That should obviously be 4. So I've replaced them with 2 Relic of Progenitus to hedge a bit. But we got Goblin Tinkerers to destroy artifacts like Silver Clive Staffs, Bone Splitters and stuff. So it's 1 red to destroy something, and since very few artifacts costs more than 1, he will survive. Otherwise we have an Ingot Chewer too, if we want to destroy more artifacts. So Pyroblast's excellent against the blue decks, should be 4 but I couldn't find them. 2 more Sparksmith against decks where we want to kill a lot of stuff. 4 Rays against the Storm decks. That depends on Utopia Sprawl and Fertile Ground and stuff like that. Could be really devastating. Yeah, I know that word gets used a lot at the Magic Twitch streams and so on, but I like the word. and 2 Silver Clive Staff against mirror matches and other similar games. Boosts my power and gives me life if I need to. So that's basically the deck. I'm gonna join up in a 2-man queue right away, and I will see you in game 1.